What are you experiencing right now?
I don't know, numbness. It's not like I'm like trying to be miserable, but just without effort. Feels that way. To the gym, like numbness combined with like hating being around everybody. At least I feel authentic.
Okay.
At least I'm being fucking honest and truthful, right? I'm not trying to fake anything or perform. So Selena showed me this guy last night who has like over 400,000 followers, like a successful coaching business, is married to what seems like a great wife. They have a beautiful daughter. He's got money, drives a Lambo. They have a nice home. Seemingly everything seems great on the outside. I mean, he's in good shape. He's all jacked, fully tatted. Like has all this great stuff, right? and it's not just material stuff. Like he has like a relationship, animals that he loves, and just like all of that stuff. But like admittedly still struggles with per se depression. And I don't know, somehow like seeing that guy, it's like gave me some sense of, it's not even like relief is like not the right word, but it's like, oh, it felt nice to see someone else who has so many of the things that I still want. Like I'm really glad that I at least have Selena, and like, we have our texts and stuff, and there's like good and bad stuff that goes along with like having a fucking dog in our position. But he just has so much more than it feels like where I'm at. And somewhere in my mind it feels like, well, once my business takes off and like once I'm making money, like I'll feel good about that. Once like we reach like a certain level of financial freedom, which I'm assuming that he has reached, because he's got a nice home, goes on vacation all the time, and drives a Lambo. I understand some people could be like still broke with those things, but I don't, just giving him the benefit of the doubt, he's not broke. Has financial freedom, success in his own business, and yet still depressed. So it's like, oh, okay. I feel like having those things in my mind, because I don't have them, they will help me not be depressed anymore. And I don't know, it's weird to see somebody with all that stuff and still struggle. So it's like, okay, so like he doesn't have the answer either, but he has all the things that I think that I want. And also, just for like clarity's sake, I've been doing a lot of like research on Carl Jung, and he talks about, one of the videos I saw the other day, like redefined depression. Like we've labeled it depression nowadays, but the way that this video was defining depression was basically like it's a phase of spiritual enlightenment. So hearing it defined that way made me feel like, oh, because I don't ever want to like, I'm only using the word depression right now because I think that captures kind of everything that I'm feeling, which is like low, complete lack of motivation, like massive emptiness. If there's any feeling aside from numbness, it's like bitterness or like anger or something like that, in like a small amount, because I just hate fucking everyone I'm around and everything I see right now. And so like to me, that's kind of what I would say depression is. I don't want to wake up, just like all of that. So I'm only saying depression because that's what I feel like anyone watching this video would be able to like quickly understand everything. However, the Carl Jung video talked about that depression is a phase or a level of spiritual enlightenment. And on that note, the one thing I can say about what I'm feeling that's different than before is that I have zero energy or effort or care to perform. So before, I used to perform a lot for people. Before, I used to I would feel this way, but then by the time I went to work, I would switch into a different mode. And that is what performing is. I would not be honest or truthful about what I'm feeling for the sake of other people. And right now, I don't really give a fuck to do that. So, it's fair to say I'm being more truthful. At least I'm being more honest. And this whole path that I'm on, it seems, is to become and embody what true authenticity is for me. And this is a form of that right now. So at least I'm being more authentic. I could at least say that. I don't really care to fake it anymore. Care has dissolved on all levels though. So I don't know, that's a good and a bad thing. I don't really care to be going to the fucking gym right now, but I worked really hard to get where I'm at physically, and I think the way that I feel would be much worse if I just let all of this completely fade and disappear. So I'm not gonna let that happen.
No, chemically, it's more important to go than not go, because if you don't go, you'll feel worse.
That's fair to say also. Yes, I do know that that chemically it's better to go to the gym than not go. Of course, I've already surrounded myself with so many other great leaders. I'm armed with the information of oh, elevate your frequency, oh, cultivate some gratitude, you got to raise your frequency. I fucking get it. I get it. That's already on my mind. And you know what? It's not working. It's just fucking not, bro. It's just not working. So understand that I understand all of those concepts and those ideas, and they're not serving me right now. I imagine that other guy that I was talking about a moment ago understands those theories and those concepts. Cultivate gratitude. You got to raise your frequency. Oh, you're living in such a low frequency state. Whatever.
Victimhood.
Sure, victimhood. I also know that part of me, has held back kind of from not wanting to really share all this stuff, because I don't want to sound like a victim. And I completely see how that's a perspective or perception that someone could have of me by being honest about this stuff and just sharing it. Because it's oh, you sound like such a whiny, complainy victim. So it's fuck you. I don't really care. I think I'm at a point where I care more about just being truthful, honest, and authentic than I give a fuck about somebody saying I'm being a whiny, complainy victim. It's not my intention to be a victim. I understand all of those theories and concepts also. I've already studied all of them. Nothing about having taken in all of that information and knowledge is serving me at this point. So just know that. I'm someone who is completely sober, with the exception of the amount of caffeine that I typically have throughout the day, which fluctuates, but whatever. I'm sober from weed and alcohol and any drug substances. If someone wants to say caffeine is a substance, sure, whatever, fuck it, call it that. So I have gotten rid of all of those vices. Still, I'm here. I'm still sitting here saying that my truth is that I'm fucking massively depressed right now. So I'm not trying to say, hey, don't bother getting rid of your vices because you're still going to be depressed. I don't know, bro. Do whatever you fucking think that you need to do. I stopped the vices a while ago because I wanted to make progress in my life, and I did. I have made a lot of progress, and I guess I feel like I don't really want to give up on the progress that I have made. And so something about what I'm doing right now is kind of robotic. I'm just kind of going through the motions.
Is there any part of you that's able to zoom out and feel proud of yourself still?
Yeah, I suppose I could zoom out and feel proud of myself, or feel some sense of like thumbs up about how far I have come. But then the other part of me is like, whatever. So what? I still feel this way. Like it's not like doing that or cultivating those feelings all of a sudden makes what I'm currently feeling go away. I think I just have to just accept the fact and surrender and submit and just have acceptance that I fucking feel like shit right now. I don't feel good. I'm not motivated. This is not what I would call happiness. I don't wake up excited every day. I feel basically numb. So, and it's not awesome. I completely understand how people would just blatantly label this as depression and then medicate for it. I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to have to find some other way around dealing with what I'm feeling right now, because I absolutely refuse to take up a pill or a medication or some sort of prescription to change how I feel. So I'm just being fucking blatantly honest about what's going on.